Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Able to spin free. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to roam now. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This time Taylor will throw. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Taylor escaping the pressure right. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good. Watch him now, Barney.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some room to maneuver. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a ring on him. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make the score 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Slow.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
All right, here we go.
Nixon trying to punch it in. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Taylor running the option left. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Slow.
Here's Taylor. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. Shakes up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced them there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Browns add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor escaping the pressure right. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll go option on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns continue to roll. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Chargers getting set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the run?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go,
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Taylor. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
Hurry up, here we go.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Here we go now.
On third down, Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Good move. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on.
Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
More now to return. And a nice spin into some open field. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Taylor. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
We got 4. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. 89. Watch 89.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Taylor running the option left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check. He's coming. Double up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Love. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now they'll throw with Taylor. He hits more on the screen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now it's Taylor. And at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. On 3rd down, it's Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. Moore now on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Slow.
Now Taylor. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Taylor eluding the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now it's Taylor, flushed out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They begin with a run by Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Shaq Thompson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Thomas the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And this one through the uprights and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. Moore now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly
That's
clear
true.
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Mixon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. His first carry, he loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A handoff to Mixon. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Joe Mixon, he will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down.
This time Taylor will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throw left side, complete. That's Jordan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. It's a first down and more for Gordon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.